Hey, what's going on, everyone? New World Order Survival Guy. Today, I want to show you guys my full and complete EDC get home bag. You really don't need nothing else if you're in an urban environment. If you live in an urban area, you don't need anything else. You don't need tinder. You don't need a tent. You don't need a lot of that stuff because you're in an urban environment. Think about it. There's places that you can hide out in and stuff like that you don't need a lot of that stuff. You can have this on a belt, like a belt kit, or what I'm going to show you is like a strap. All right. Here is my EDC kit. Get home kit. Got these little clips, clip on a water bottle. It's a single layer just in case you need to refill it and get some water and boil it. Not necessarily necessary if you have the proper filtration system. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But these Night Eyes S-Beaners are very good, very handy. They have these little plastic things that can lock in place so they can't open. Very good. So, a water bottle, stainless steel. I got some hard knuckle gloves strapped on the side of here on another little S-Beaner. They have different sizes, great products. All right, this is Molly capable bag. There's little straps in here. You can hook it onto your belt. You can hook this whole thing onto your belt. This is not that heavy. This is like 4 pounds maybe. Of course, with water in here, because there's no water in here now, it's gonna be a little bit more. 64 ounce, I believe. Oh no, 40 ounce water. So let's get into it. In urban setting, you need a kit that can get you around town. You go from point A to point B, which is home. You don't need to boggle your brain with all this other type of stuff that you think you need to pack. You're just trying to get home, and you're trying to get home safely. If there's obstacles, you may need to stay a night somewhere. This is primarily non-winter pack. But to carry in your car, it's always smart to have an outfit that you can properly use for that time of year, for that season. I got sunglasses, which is very important. I'll get to that in a minute. So let's see what's in here. Got another little S-Beaner. All right. I'm going to set this pack right here and take it out accordingly. All right. First and foremost, a knife. Always a knife. Every bag, you need to have a knife. Doesn't matter what knife. I prefer a fixed blade. but it doesn't matter. Have a good knife. This is Gerber, this is average knife, whatever. You just need a knife for protection and to use as a tool. Once again, like I showed on a previous video, potassium iodide. If you're in an area that you think you may need some potassium iodide in case of a nuclear attack in your city, depending on what city, if you're one of them important major cities that could well be a target to foreign or domestic opposition, it's good to have these. These will go into your glands and protect you from the radiation causing cancer and stuff in your glands. Read up on that. You may or may not need this. If you're in a city like I'm in right now, I probably don't need it. But I just want to bring this to your guys' attention. And you don't necessarily need this big bulky bottle when the pills only come up to here. You can put these in a smaller prescription bottle or Ziploc baggie, something like that. But very important in certain situations. Sawyer mini filter. All right, I'm gonna bring this down here once again. Knife. Next thing, a bivy, emergency sleeping bag. You can convert this into a poncho. You can sleep in this. You can use it as a shelter. But like I said, in an urban setting, you don't really necessarily need this. This is just basically if it rains or something like that. This will get you covered, and that's really all you need, especially in warmer temperatures. Flashlight. A lot of preppers pack in these little bags, these little tiny flashlights, but those are only good to look into your stuff. They're not good to trek through dark alleys, through surrounding woods or anything like that. You need something that's a little more brightness, so you can use it for multi-purpose. This right here, it can go dim where you can look inside your bag and stuff like that. Or there's different brightnesses where you can use it for navigation at nighttime. You want something that's a little more than a little AAA battery one. This is not that big. It fits great in a pack. You need to consider a bigger flashlight than what a lot of preppers are showing you for their little bags. Once again, I've showed this a few times. Urban setting. You got a mob or something up ahead down the street. You see them, you notice them. You need to go around, but there's chain link fence blocking you. There's property fence, like the farms, and they have them wire fences, or there's barbed wire, anything like that. Some Knipex, mini bolt cutters. These are powerful. These will chew right through them. They weigh under a pound. They're very powerful. They are made in Germany, so you know their quality. Knipex. Very good tool. They'll cut through stuff, man. Very good. Moving on, what you need. You have a phone. You don't know what's going on. You're going to need something to charge your phone. The Q-Tech, no specific brand, but this is a very good one. Solar power bank. This can charge multiple devices at once. You don't even need to plug this in. You can set it right here. Just set it on top and it's going to charge it. This is a good, powerful one. Just not too much, over $100. Very good. I highly suggest this for many different reasons. Move on. More addition to the Sawyer mini filter. Little kit that goes with it. I got a life straw. If you're just trying to get from point A to point B, you don't need them both. I'm just showing different applications that you can use for it. So either that or this, whatever. Hydration packets. Once again, I'm always mentioning about this. Electrolytes is very important. It keeps you going, keeps you energized. Electrolyte packets, hydration packets, very good to put in your get home bag. Coin tissue, very good. Emergency, small pack. Put a little water on these. They'll expand into, these will expand into like a cloth sheet like this. Very good. It'll clean you real good. Maybe put a little tape on the container so it doesn't open up and fall everywhere. Some electrical tape, good. You can use it as a Band-Aid, stop bleeding. You don't expect many injuries coming from work, coming from yada, yada, yada to home. You don't need a whole medical kit. So at least some electrical tape. It'll help if you sprain ankle or something like that. You can always use this to wrap around a couple branches around your ankle, something. I suggest at least a little bit of electrical tape. Duct tape is great, but it's big and bulky. This works good. It's strong, very useful. This, I showed on a previous show, these are little fold-up glasses. If you're older like I am, reading glasses, so you can see. You may have a splinter, or you may need to do a little tedious stuff. If you have great eyesight, well, I guess you don't have to worry about it. But I have trouble seeing up close, so this is good for me and a lot of older people. Hard container, just a few bucks. That's all that is. Good container. Next, like I said, this is a cheap multi-tool, but it's a multi-tool nonetheless. Of course, Leatherman's a lot better. Whatever, the point of this is have a good multi-tool, especially in urban settings where this will come in very handy. Chapstick. It's good for burns, it's good for fire starting, and it's good for chafing. And it's good for blisters. If you got a few miles to get home and you got to hoof it or something like that, you can put this on your feet before you even start hitting the road. Very good. It'll protect you. Same with this Body Glide. Great for chafing, great for fire starting, all that. Basically the same as the other. A lighter, boil water, start a fire. You never know what you have to do. It's always smart to have a lighter with you in any survival situation. Next, a little screwdriver. This flips out to a flathead. I mean, a lot of times these come in good handy. You can even use, well, I didn't want to put all this in there because it's probably irrelevant to most people, but these type of things that fit your cordless screwdriver, like, well, here's the thing you can hook. Well, this ain't a ratchet one, but this is a star bit. You can fit anything, Allen wrench, any of that, you can fit in here. So it's good. You may need to carry a few of these. There's all different kinds. I have a whole bunch of kits of them. So next, bandana. You can use a tourniquet. You can use it as a water filter. You can use it to conceal. You can use it to lessen the smoke. Many uses for a bandana. So definitely a bandana in your pack. Next, it's one of these baklavas. You need to conceal your identity in an urban setting. You need one of these. And you never know when you have to conceal your identity. Maybe somebody looking for you. Maybe you have to do something that you don't want to be noticed. You put that. Well, let's go there somewhere. There's a little slit. Not necessary for the slits, but they help because they hold it in. You want to conceal your identity? There you go. You can use this, whatever. You get to going, nobody's going to recognize you. It has this breathing mesh right here. You breathe easy. Conceals you real good. Crumbles up into a little nothing. Throw it in your pack. So that's basically it. That's all you need. You can have a little fire starter, but probably not necessary, especially if you have a lighter. I just threw this in there in case this got wet, whatever. You don't need to bring tinder. You can find tinder. I mean, there's paper everywhere. There's tons of stuff in urban cities that you can use. Now, another thing on your belt, you want to have your pistol. I don't show that stuff on here. If you know me, I don't show that stuff on here. Here's a little spot for an extra magazine, whatever kind of firearm you got. And then you have this tool right here. This is a crowbar, little crowbar, powerful. Has a chopping knife and a little tool thing right here. This little hook thing to cut cord, seatbelt, whatever. This is a good little tool, especially for an urban survival situation. So that's basically it. That's all you need. That's all you need for an urban situation. Of course, if it's crazy and they're firing all kinds of gas canisters and stuff like that, then you can adjust accordingly. But to just get home, I mean, you see people, you see cops, you see military, you see them battling all kinds of unruly civilians. You don't want to go to that way anyways. You want to go around. You're just trying to make it home. You ain't trying to stir yourself up into some shit. You want to get home, and you want to get home to your family and get home safely. So this is all you need. And like I said, I doubled up on some of these as far as these water filters. And then there might be times where you don't need any water filter just to get home. But it's always smart to have something in there because you never know what to expect. You don't really need food, man. You're just trying to get home. You're just trying to get home. You can live a month without food. So I'm sure with some of these other tools, you can get food if you absolutely need to. So that's basically it. That's all you need to get home. That's my EDC Urban Get Home Bag. Please like, share, subscribe. New World Order Survival Guy. Catch you on the next one.